Title: Tariffs, Wars, Alliances. Are they just headlines? Or they are your next supply chain disruption? And in the past, we optimized for speed and cost. Today, we must optimize for resilience, redundancy, and reality. Global supply chains are no longer just business networks. They are now battlefields of policy, power, and profit. What if your most reliable trade route disappears tomorrow? Would your supply chain survive? The Red Sea crisis, the Russia-Ukraine war, the China-Taiwan tension, and new regional alliances like IPEF, BRICS, and IMEC. All these shifts are not just reshaping politics. They're rerouting containers, cargo, and capital. The logistics map is being redrawn, not with trucks and ships, but with politics and power. C-level executives. Here's what's changing for you. Tariff Wars 2.0. Supply chains that once flowed through China are now shifting to Vietnam, Mexico, India, and Eastern Europe. New trade corridors. From India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC, to the Arctic Northern Sea Route. New paths are emerging. Multipolar world equals multi-modal complexity. The cost of not diversifying suppliers and routes is no longer financial. It's existential. Ask yourself, are your contracts, partners, and carriers prepared for these geopolitical shifts? Is your supply chain strategy still rooted in pre-pandemic thinking? Have you redesigned your network based on risk vectors, not just cost centers? The routes of the future. What if your most reliable trade route disappears tomorrow? Would your supply chain survive? The new Silk Roads are not dreams of the past. They rebattle plans of the present. What is your point of view on new emerging routes such as IMEC, Trans-Caspian Routes, Africa's rising corridors, North-South International Transport Corridor, INSTC? The big question. If trade routes are changing, shouldn't your warehouse network, supplier base, and technology strategy change too? The mindset shift required. The future of logistics won't just belong to companies that automate. It will belong to those that geo-strategize. From globalization to globalization. From lean to agile and buffered supply chains. From cost-driven to risk-calibrated networks. The game is no longer just about moving goods faster. It's about moving smarter. With predictive visibility, multi-route flexibility, and ESG-aligned compliance. Think, have you integrated geopolitical intelligence into your risk dashboards? Can your current software simulate disruption from political events? How fast can you switch a supplier or port if a region becomes inaccessible? Think, are you preparing for the next container crisis or waiting for it to happen again? Final thought. The most powerful logistics leaders of tomorrow are not just supply chain managers. They are strategic diplomats, data warriors, and resilient architects. The era of copy-paste global supply chains is over. Now begins the era of geo-optimized, climate-aware, and conflict-resilient logistics. Dear supply chain professionals, don't just react to the future, design it. In this new world order, it's not the biggest supply chain that wins, it's the smartest. And you are the smartest supply chain professional. Subscribe for more insights into how the new age of logistics is unfolding. Share this with your leadership team because this conversation can't wait. Comment below. What trade route, policy shift, or disruption do you think will define the next decade of logistics?
Stay ahead of the curve and keep learning faster than your peers. The next insightful video is just around the corner. Found this video helpful? Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and share it with your network.